Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is TituElite and we are back in Best Serve Cold episode number 19, case number 2, where we got a lot of leads already. So let's try to find some alibis. We did already found an alibi for Miss Oliva Carmine. I was convinced that she had nothing to do with that. So let's start today by talking to our favorite detectives, starting with Hugo. And do we have any new evidence to present to you, Hugo? We do. The script demise. FES specifically created scenes in the Alliance where the characters played by Olivia and Stravos die. Could she have orchestrated these events to allow her to commit murder? Maybe. You and your wild theories. I thought I told you to leave well enough alone. Doesn't it make sense though? No, it absolutely does not. What kind of unhinged mind would come up with that kind of elaborate, pointless, dramatic scheme? Actually, never mind. I see your point. So you are saying it's possible. I'm not saying anything. Don't be getting any funny ideas. I still fail to see how the dagger comes into all of this, let alone why she'd even do it in the first place. All you're getting from me is a maybe. Good enough for me. Okay. So let's do the same with Elena. Hello, Elena. Good evening. Evening, Elena. So let me present you to the evidence against Efia. What do you have to say about that? Interesting. So you believe Miss DeVos wrote the lines to give herself the perfect framework for a murder without getting her own hands dirty, all the while being protected from suspicion by the anonymity granted by her alias. It sounds like a plot straight out of a crime novel. It is so ludicrous that on any other day I'll dismiss it out of hand. But of course, this is a writer we are talking about. Did Miss DeVos have a flair for the dramatic like this? I didn't get that impression, but then, looks can be deceiving. As you know, yeah. Okay, so let's talk to the patrons, starting with our boss, Miss Flor. Vincent. Evening. Let me give you some drinks, so you love me. You love me with a dry war. Cool. Delightful. And you almost love me. Almost. Okay. Present you with evidence. Let's say DeVos. What you have to say about this? You can't seriously believe this nonsense about some stagehand being the real Gale the Winter? Put that out of your head already. It's patiently ridiculous. Whoever the Winter is, they have nothing to do with this tragedy, and it's frankly offensive that you'd even consider it. Do you think so? Let me give you the alibi for your friend, Olivia. You should liking this. So they've done the decent thing and stood up for Miss Carmine, have they? Good. They should not have needed to. Shame on you for even considering her a suspect to begin with, Bartender. Sorry? Okay. What about this? Interesting, a thespian and a metal worker. Now there is two worlds that don't often collide, I imagine. Who would have thought the workplace hazards at the theater would turn out to be far greater than in metalworking? Certainly not me. Me neither. It's getting late. Yeah. I will lock up, don't worry. So let's talk to Bjorn now. Evening, Bjorn. Okay. Let's give you your favorite, which is the evening prayer. Of course it is. Yes. Good. And you love me. That's good. Let's present you with evidence. And let's say this. You are no wrong, considering the work he did. A simple mechanism like that would have been easy for Stravers to alter. I'm not sure I feel too good with that you are implying, though. Yeah. No, this is what you told me. No. No. Let's say this with Reese. That doesn't sound like any business of mine, bartender. Yeah. What about this? Dagger sabotage. If the prop master's the one telling you that, I'll take their word for it. Nobody would know better than them. Yeah. I do agree. What about this? Sorry, I wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, so we didn't get anything out of him. So, Lawrence now. Ah, finally, I thought I'd sit here an eon. Evening, Lawrence. Okay, let's give you your favorite. Your favorite, which is the drama queen. Of course it is. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So. What about this? Effie doing something like that? Don't be absurd. She may have a gift for penning tragic tales filled with drama and betrayal, but she herself is a practical and even-tempered sort of girl, I assure you. I mean, Dianid, do you assure me? But that do not give me an alibi. What about this? Haha! Oh my, it's certainly a fantastic tale. A feud between former lovers, a diabolical scheme, a dramatic twist of fate at the last minute. Gale couldn't have written in better than that. I'm being serious. Oh, I'm sure you are. That doesn't mean I have to take it seriously, and frankly, I don't intend to. Fine. You are not giving me much, are you? The situation with Kendrick, yes, it's all quite unfortunate, isn't it? I've already asked this, it seems. Yeah. I've already asked that. What about this? Yes, that is indeed what I told you. Okay. So, Olivia. Hello, darling. Let me give you your favorite. Which is the drama queen. That will make you drunk at the same time. You love me. So, let's start by asking you this. History of Stravers and Olivia, tale as old as time. Must you bore me so with these very unglamorous questions. The tabloid paparazzi already pesters me at every turn. Still, I suppose though we are less than friends, we are more than mere acquaintance. Who knows, perhaps talking will make me feel better. It works for my listeners. Yes, Travis and I became intimate, and as our professional careers progressed, I was absolutely enamored with him, and who wouldn't be? He was charming, erudite, and he treated me like a goddess. I was a goddess. I envisioned a bright future for Olivia and Travis. All that changed when an anonymous letter was slipped under my dressing room door. At first I believed Travis had perhaps sent me a love letter or a poem, but the handwritten was too elegant, and when I read it, I realized what he was doing behind my back. To put it bluntly, he had been pursuing another woman during the entirety of our relationship. Naturally, I confronted him, and he made no effort to deny any of it. Can you believe that? Can you believe anyone saying Olivia Carmine is not enough woman for them? I confided in the producer that I was no longer comfortable working alongside Travis, and that was the end of it. I know it's easy to imagine something more dramatic and grandiose as a reason for our breakup, but despite all this glamour, we are just people with eyes that wonder and hearts that break. I'll try to remember that, Olivia. Okay, that was good, man. That was very good. That was very, very good, man. We've got a new one. Anonymous tip. What about your discussions with Rhys? Oh, come now, dear. You really are blowing this whole thing out of proportion. Flaming Rose, my goddess. Rhys just like to fuss a lot, that's all. It doesn't really sound like they like it. Well, that's hardly my problem, isn't it? I don't like it either, but they just can't help but blow a gasket each time I forget a prop somewhere, as if I don't have enough on my mind. Let's say this. Well, Effie must have misheard. I'm sure we were simply doing some improper line reads or some such. Line reads? Really? Must you really pull at every loose thread? Fine, yes. I suppose he may have said something along those lines. Honestly, he said rather a lot of ghastly things. He was often in a mood, and he never passed up the chance to make it someone else's problem, usually mine. Happy now? Don't think I joined speaking ill of the death. Travis had his problems, I'm sure, but being irritable doesn't mean he deserved to die. Yeah. What about this one? Yes, well, every production has its tensions. Getting in and out of character takes a lot of an actor. Not me though. Embodying Penelope isn't easy as slipping on a glove. But you and Travis did fight. Oh, give it a rest, will you, darling? Our fight had absolutely nothing to do with what happened to the man, and I resent the implication. Well, yeah. Ta-ta! Okay, we've got a new lead that I'm going to present to the detectives. Which is the anonymous tip. Olivia was enamored with Travis until she received an anonymous letter telling her he had been hitting on another woman. The couple broke up, and she disclosed that Travis had done to a producer in hopes of no longer having to work with him. She broke up with a partner based on the word of an anonymous tip, and then she told someone as influential as a producer about it too. Does every aspect of these people's lives come straight out of a radio drama? How am I supposed to make sense of this case when none of these people involved in it makes sense at all? Pretty true. I should say. Pretty true. Okay, let's do the same with Elena, and then we are going to end the day by talking to Efia. Evening, Elena. So, this. Oh, actors and their messy lives. At least she had the self-respect to leave him, I suppose. The fact she let this slip to a producer is interesting, though. The world of theater is a surprisingly small pond with a few very big fish in it. Word spread fast. I wonder if that had any repercussions. Yeah. Maybe that was the reason why he was cancelled so many years, a decade. So finally, Efia. Good night, Efia. Do we know what you like? Femme fatale. So let's give you that. Femme fatale it is. It will make you tipsy, but that's about it. Nice. Okay, you almost love me, man. Almost. You're Gale the Winter, aren't you? Who told you that? I did some research. Good for you, little mole, digging up the truth. Though it is a secret, there's plenty of those in Bukovie. I have written under numerous pseudonyms over the years. Stark Boiser, Ben Greebles, Thomas Box. But none of my forays across genre have been as successful as playwright Gale the Winter. Sorry guys, I had to clear my throat. Let's continue. Why keeping it a secret? Why do you think? There are at least 10 obvious reasons. Do you enjoy it? Writing plays? Yes, and I'm good at it. To see my new play, The Lions, perform at the Maverick Opera House is a dream come true for me. I grew up in that place. My father worked there his whole life. To make my parents proud and to show all those people who try to make me feel invisible, that is a vindication for me, a victory lap at the end of an already successful career. So yes, I'm Efia, failed actress, but I'm also Gale the Winter, successful playwright, and I'm damn proud to be both. This would be sorry. I notice you carry a notebook around. Just some story ideas. It's a nice little hobby, and it helps distract me from all the bad news recently. I enjoyed it, but I'm still deciding what kind of writer I want to be. What kind are there? I tried writing novels, news articles, and even scripts for those new radio shows, and, well, I write a bit of everything. But even across the different mediums, I still found there were two styles of writing and two kinds of writer, no more. What are they? Ah, nice. Teased enough, have I? Well, there's part of being a storyteller too. You have to build drama, suspense, draw your reader into your world. And? Alright, here it is. The two types of writers are skiers and climbers. Skiers and climbers? Skiers and climbers. I'll tell you a story about each, and then maybe you can guess which kind of writer I am. Or you are, if you are a storyteller too. And I'm going to let you in on a secret. We are all storytellers. But that's a subject for another discussion. So let's talk about skiers and climbers. Let's. So imagine you are skiing downhill really fast, you can't stop and you can't see too far ahead. But you can make turns, avoid obstacles, you can react. You are in control of where you go, but you don't control the mountain. That's one style of writing. You don't plan when you are going to end up, and you don't even know what's on over the next crest. You just know the direction you are headed, and you make choices as you go that help you to get you to the base camp. And climbers? Climbers are always looking up at the summit. They plan their route, and step by step they work their way towards it. Sure, sometimes they have to glance down at their feet to get through a tricky bit. In fact, looking down instead of up can make the journey seem less arduous. But still, climbers keep their eye on the route ahead, plan the steps along the way, and finish exactly where they planned to finish. No surprises, or not too many, just a plan and a lot of hard work. I think I get it. When you are writing, you are either winging it or planning ahead. You figure out the whole story in advance, or you let the story find itself. I agree. Nice. You do? Most people push back on that. I mean, there are shades of grey in there. But still, I've never met a writer who wasn't either a skier or a climber. So, which am I? What do you think? Take your time. I think you know the answer already. I think you are a skier. Your description of the skier was very not ambitious, was very enthusiastic. Interesting. How did you come to that answer? Yeah, exactly. It did. And did you like that about my speech? It felt natural and it flowed. I agree, and thank you. So, you were right, I'm a skier, through and through. I love to see where the story takes me. That's how I write, and that's how I like my life to be. I mean, my career, my life, has been all about twists and turns. Nothing ever went quite to plan. But as long as I keep making choosing a path, I'll get to where I need it to be. And not knowing where I'll end up, well, I think that's the most exciting kind of story. I hope your story has just many twists and turns. In fact, I'm sure it will. This would be a nice place. Yeah. Okay. So, finally we can present with some evidence. So. Let's see what you have to say about this. No, that's ridiculous. Alright. Let's say this. I don't gossip. Yeah. You don't gossip about your co-workers, indeed. Let's say about this. I see. So Stravos is a suspect too. It's certainly an attractive option. How so? A crime where none of our friends and co-workers turn out to be murderers, and B, true culprit is neutralized by his own evil scheme. You'd better make sure it really isn't too good to be true before you go lobbing accusation at the dead man. I will. Okay. Bye-bye, Effia. Bye-bye, Effia. I don't think I have any new leads to show our detectives. I don't. So let's go home. Let's go home indeed. Pet the cat, ginger ale. Let's try to work with this new anonymous tip that we've got. See if it... Oh, blacklisted! Stravos was blacklisted after Olivia shared her truth of his unfaithfulness, bringing his once promising career to a premature end. If Stravos knew that Olivia had been responsible, it may have a motive for murder. Did someone tell him? Yeah, indeed, man. Indeed, I do agree, man. I do agree by that deduction. Maybe that's the motive. Maybe we found finally Strava's motive. And that makes me even more suspicious of him, man, to be honest. I'm very, very, very suspicious of Stravas. We need to find the alibi for Reese, man. Just getting down to Efia and Stravos. Okay. Blacklisted, this is not the motive still. It was Lawrence, for sure, that told him, man. Pretty sure of that. That it was Lawrence that told him. Okay, so let's pet ginger ale and let's sleep and let's go to day 9. So it's going to be 2 days in this episode today. Good. Okay, day 9, Tuesday, and we've got not many patrons, the 2 detectives, and of course Reese and Olivia. Bartender, detective. So I have new evidence for you. The blacklisted. Stravos was blacklisted after Olivia shared the truth of his unfaithfulness, bringing his own promising career to a premature end. If Stravos knew that Olivia had been responsible, it may have been a motive for murder. Did someone tell him? Another one of your theories. I thought I told you to leave this to the professionals. Just tell me what you think, please. Huh. Killing someone on stage for a career ruined 10 years ago, even if we discard the fact that this is a ridiculous crime, and considering the people involved, I suppose we can. 10 years is a long time to wait for revenge, unless you are implying he only found out recently. Who would have told him? I'm not sure yet. If I were you, I'd spare myself the headache and leave it alone. And no, I'm not going to leave it alone, detective. But okay. Evening. Let's say this to her. Olivia's words destroyed Strava's careers. Of course, all she actually did was tell the producer about his unfaithfulness. He's the one that behaved like a pig in the first place, but I don't imagine that would have mattered to him. That is, if he knew about this. Would he have known? Whoever told him must have been privy to the kind of discussions you get in the highest circle of the entertainment industry. Yeah, it was Lawrence. It was Lawrence indeed. Okay. Do the machine have anything new for us? It's been a while since I checked the machine, but no. Nothing new. Let's log off. And let's start with Olivia, because Olivia is no longer a suspect. Let's give you your femme fatale, no, drama queen. Nice. Perfection. She loves me. Almost 100% affection. Okay. What about this? It was me, but I didn't mean for that to happen. I merely didn't want to work with him again. Not so soon after, anyway. I could barely stomach looking at him in the eye. after what he did. Performing romantic duets as if nothing had changed between us would be unbearable. I was a girl in love, but then every time I saw his face, I felt nothing but anger and humiliation. I simply couldn't stomach it, so I told my producer, hoping that would be the end of it. I had no idea it had gone so far. You think he knew it was you? I couldn't say. He was always in a mood, of course, and we had our fights, but, well, it was what I was expected. That's a bit sad. Okay. What do you have to say about this? You really have an overactive imagination. Perhaps you should consider hanging up the apron and penning a screenplay of your own. I'm being serious. Why, in these ridiculous scenarios of yours, why would Effia have done all of this? She's not exactly a rain of sunshine, I'll give you that, but she's not the scheming villain you are making her out to be, and you're better cut out this slanderous nonsense at once. But you are not providing an alibi. Okay. So what about Rhys? Someone sabotaged the dagger? No wonder even my keen eye couldn't tell the difference. I'm afraid I can't see who but Rhys could have possibly done it though. Okay. What about this? What is this ridiculous film flam about Rhys trying to kill me? It's just a theory. Yes, and one I'll gladly debunk right here and now. While Rhys and I have our differences, we are not amateurs. Words travel fast in the world of theater, and the moment I learned that Lawrence decided to let Rhys go, I immediately reached out to them and offered to talk to Lawrence on their behalf. I have my pride, but I'm not blind to the merit of those I work with. Rhys is an exceptional talent individual, and Lawrence's decision was, in my eyes, the wrong one. Rhys was, as always, professional and detached. They revealed they already had a job offer in waiting, and they had already decided to leave Lawrence production. We buried the hatchet and vowed to part as colleagues, each wishing well the other well. Anyone suggesting Rhys is involved in all of this will have me to answer to. I suggest you consider this line of reasoning to be a dead end and move on to our more plausible theories. Noted. Thanks, Olivia. Yes, go back home. So, we found Rhys' alibi, didn't we? We did. Cool, man. Cool. So, let's talk to Rhys. Here I am again. Hello, Rhys. Let's give you your favorite. And mint punch it is. Let's not get you drunk, but okay. Nice. Nice. So. Let's say blacklisted first. The endless drama between these people neither surprises me nor interests me. You must have some insights. Why would I? I barely knew Stravas. If you ask me, this is just what happens when you treat your workplace like a dating pool. I don't get myself in such predicaments. You don't date co-workers? I don't date. I'm never sure what kind of topics... Yeah, okay. And anonymous tip. Respectfully, I really couldn't care less about any of this melodrama. Okay. What about Effie's evidence? Absolutely not. We are not close, but Efia is one of the most sane people I knew in this line of work, which I realize isn't saying much. Trust me, she isn't the type for this sort of nonsense. I see. But you didn't give me an alibi, man. So... this. Considering this is supposed to be a well-kept secret, I really can't fathom why you saw it appropriate to tell me. I didn't expect much discretion from the likes of Lawrence, but I would have thought you would hold people's privacy in higher regard, and we are not having this conversation within the nightcap. Your secret. Good point. Okay, you didn't like that at all, man. What about Stravas being suspect number 4, man? Branding the victim as a murder suspect is a little macabre for the likes of you. Even if in the grave the man can't escape your accusations. That being said, I suppose I can't really argue with your reasoning. So you agree it's possible, I suppose? Stravas was certainly the sourest apple in the bunch, but he was one of the few that probably respected my work and my time. In this industry, men like that are in short supply. That's unfortunate. I love a good moonlight stroll, and the evening is calling for me. Farewell! Bye-bye. Okay, so let's take Reese out of the suspect list, detective. And I can even do one more day. So a little over half an hour of episode. So Olivia says she offered to speak to Lawrence on Reese's behalf, and as she respected them and their work, but Reese assured her they were ready to move on. The two buried the hatchet. Oh, of course, it's nothing but bickering and infighting between these theater people, but now that a strong theory finally presents itself, they are closing the ranks. They respected each other, even if they didn't always show it. You are not trying to imply anything, are you? You are still on the bench. It was worth a shot. Yes. Elena, my dear. My dear Elena. That's certainly unexpected. I didn't think Olivia Carmine had it in her. Perhaps she's not quite as frivolous and shallow as she leads people to believe. That's one more theory we can put to rest. Good work. Yeah, thank you, Elena. So let's end the day. Let's do it. Pet ginger ale. Let's put that card on the board. Probably it won't connect with anything, but you never know. You never know. And then I can put all risk cards out of here, which is phenomenal. I still suspect Stravas a lot, man. It's my main suspect. For sure. The number of cards that we have on him, man. Well, he's both the victim and a suspect, and the primary one, for that matter, so... Okay, as expected, let's put everything out of here from him, and let's put all Efia's things here. Okay, cool. So, bad ginger ale, and let's go to sleep. Let's go to day 9. 9 or 10? I think it's 9. No, it's 10. 10 Wednesday. Oh, we've got a lot of patrons. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave the episode here after all. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. We'll leave this on a cliffhanger of sorts, because next one will be the last episode of this week, and maybe we can progress a lot on our case. But it's something we are going to find out in tomorrow's episode, because this one is done, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and leave me some comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. My name is TituElite. I hope to see you next time for day 10 of Best Surf Cold here in case number 2. Bye bye and take care.